Barrister Abobala took his time to define visionary leadership for Cameroon, and this is exactly what Cameroonians need. So today on TFA Talking Point, I'm going to read through what he posted on social media. If you go on social media, on his platform, you are going to see this. He said, visionary leadership for Cameroon. Cameroon doesn't need more of the same. We need leaders who see beyond the crisis, dream beyond divisions, and act beyond self-interest. Visionary leadership means uniting our people, not dividing them, empowering youth, not exploiting their frustration, building strong institutions, not strong men, fighting corruption, not feeding it, investing in education, a herb, a job, and justice. Cameroon's future wouldn't be built by chance. It will be built by leaders who dare to dream and work to deliver. The time is now. The responsibility is ours. The future is Cameroon. That is Barrister Abobala. If this is our first time on TFA Talking Point, please subscribe to our channel. I told you people that Barrister Abobala is one of the trustworthy Cameroonians with a vision to liberate Cameroonians from the problem plaguing Cameroon. So I don't know how we can rally behind him, how we can encourage him to take over maybe leadership in Cameroon this 2025, also to run for the presidency, because he is one of the person in Cameroon with a clear vision for Cameroon, together with Barrister Akeremona. So if we can struggle that only these two people would run as opposition against the CPDF, it will be okay for me. So, but I'm going to go through now for us to talk about the definition that he gave or what he wrote on social media. He said, we need leaders who see beyond the crisis, who see beyond the crisis going on in Cameroon. When you see beyond the crisis going on in Cameroon, you are going to know and understand detail the crisis, and you will go deep into the root causes that will help it end the killing in southern Cameroon and the crisis in Cameroon. Leaders who dream beyond division. When you dream beyond divisions, you will not be dividing Cameroonians. And if you look into Cameroon, who are those dividing Cameroonians? The government of President Paul Biya. Cameroonians are trying by all possible means to unite together, but the government is there struggling by all possible means to divide them. He said, leaders who act beyond self-interest. When leaders act beyond self-interest, they will take into consideration the needs of the people. But we have leadership in Cameroon presently under the leadership of President Paul Biya that they are all for themselves, embezzling, corrupting, cheating, and involving in all kinds of terrible things you can think of. So we do not want that leaders this period. He said a visionary leadership means uniting our people, not dividing them. Who are those dividing Cameroonians against Cameroonians? President Paul Biya and his entire government is the one. If Cameroonians now see each other like, this is my enemy, this is my enemy, this tribe, I don't want them, this one, I don't want them, it is because of the government of President Paul Biya. A visionary leadership means empowering youth, not exploiting their frustration. And this is just hitting on the government of President Paul Biya, because the government of President Paul Biya created frustration so that they, as a weapon, political weapon, and they have been using it throughout this period. Or nearly 80% Cameroonians are frustrated. And President Paul Biya and the CPDN, they are taking advantage of this frustration. They are exploiting the frustration for their own advantage. Look at what is happening. Asking Cameroonians to line up, collecting 2,000 francs or bread and a Fanta. This is what they call frustration. That they keep everybody at that level of frustration. And then when time will come for election, they will show the money and they will be jumping, they will be dancing, they will manipulate their mentality because of frustration. And Barrister Abobala said no to this. He said building a strong institution, not strong men. This is exactly what is going on in Cameroon. Cameroon is having strong men that can stand and lock down Cameroon for 1 week, for 1 day, for 1 year, for 10 years, just like the CBN are doing. All Cameroonians are in prison. It is an open prison in Cameroon. Because of the government of President Paul Biya, they fail to be a strong institution. There are Cameroonians that cannot travel or they cannot return back to Cameroon, not because of Cameroon, the government, but because of individuals who are stronger than institutions in Cameroon. So this is exactly what a barrister, Akeremona, also mentioned, that he will take over for 5 years to build strong institution that will be stronger than individuals. Today in Cameroon, the individuals are stronger than institution. If President Paul Biya say no, and the National Assembly say yes, it is zero. The answer is no. If the Senate say yes, and President Paul Biya say no, it remains no. If the police say no, and President Paul Biya say yes, it is yes. And that is why there is no justice in Cameroon, because individuals are stronger than institutions. The judge will sit and see that this person is not guilty, and the minister will give a call and say that person is guilty. That person is automatically guilty, and there is nothing you will do about it. That is what Barrister Abobala mentioned here. He also talked about fighting a visionary leadership means fighting corruption, not feeding it. And when I look at Cameroon and President Paul Biya say created institution, this one and this one, that they had to fight corruption, I laugh. Because all those institutions like KUNAK is there to feed a corruption, and corruption keep on growing bigger and bigger. I presented a video one time. I asked the KUNAK that since KUNAK was created, they have never investigated the presidency. Why? Is the presidency pure or perfect? They keep on going into small places, and when they go in any ministry, they will do investigation only at the basis. They will not go right up to the minister or a minister. They keep on investigating by retired minister that President Paul Biya will point out and say, go after that one, and they will go after him. This is what we are talking about. He say a visionary leadership means investing in education, health, job, and justice. That is visionary leadership. And then I condemn the government of Cameroon when it concerns education and health, because they created political schools, school without benches, school without infrastructure, school without teachers. They created a care system, that is health center, hospital, without doctors, without equipment, without medication. Cameroonians are without jobs. They are moving from one place to another, even PhD holder. Just recently went to Yaoundé that the government should employ them. There is not justice in Cameroon because the bank of justice has been bankrupt in Cameroon, and there is no justice. Justice is for the rich. If you don't have money, you will not have justice. If you don't have connection, you will not have justice in Cameroon. So he is calling and say visionary leadership will build this, will invest in this. He said Cameroon's future wouldn't be built by chance. It will not be by chance that we are going to be a Cameroon. We have to take it as our responsibility. It will be built by leaders who dare to dream and work to deliver. And that kind of leader presently that I am seeing Barrister Akeremona, who declared his candidacy already. I am also seeing Barrister Abobala, who is still to declare his candidacy. I am seeing TFA talking point, me sitting here, but I am not going in for this year, but 2032. So if you wish and desire for a change come 2025, this October, go in, go and register, vote for either Barrister Akeremona or Barrister Abobala, any of them that will run. If all of them go in for I will encourage them to form a coalition. The time is now. The responsibility is ours. The future is Cameroon. Thank you very much.